Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Delta Entertainment. I am your host, Lincoln Kenobi. And before we get started, I'd like guys, please hit that like button and please subscribe to my channel. Would appreciate this very, very much. All right, let's get into this. So, despite the Fantastic Four movie being a good hit that I enjoyed very much, more than I enjoyed it, Superman, the box office numbers tells different. So, here we go. Fantastic Four First Steps seemingly lost to Superman in opening weekend box office comparison according to Sunday projections. So, this movie lost. Fantastic Superman, somehow, Superman defeated Fantastic Four, bro. I tell you. And Superman just made over 500 million. It just passed 500 million in the box office in its third weekend run. But I was hoping for Fantastic Four to do something, man, because it was a good movie. I enjoyed it much better than Superman, dude, because Superman, they focused on a bit of politics in there. A bit of politics. It's sort of focusing on entertainment. Now, yes, Superman is a political comic book, but the problem is, bro, there can also be entertainment, bro. Superman, instead of not facing against Bizarro, Brainiac, Mongol, Metallo, or Mr. Mistaflick, he had to face against social media. I mean, come on, man. What kind of villain is that? Especially when you got to face Luthor again. And we've seen that in the Richard Donner Superman. We've seen that in Bryan Singer's Superman. And we have seen that in the Man of Steel. And now James Gunn's Superman. Where are all of Superman's villains? I mean, we could see better, man. But it's just that I'm hoping James Gunn does better in the DCU, bro. I hope he does, for his sake. But as for Fantastic Four, the reason why it did not do well in the box office is because everybody did not want to watch it, because people were tired. People were tired of the identity politics, the DEI, the woke nonsense pushed into Disney Marvel. They were tired. And they brought in characters that nobody cared about into this franchise universe, and it did not work. I mean, you had Echo, you had Miss Marvel, you had Ironheart, you had Kate Bishop's Hawkeye, the wannabe Hawkeye. It didn't work. Moon Knight, you messed up the character a bit by having a bit of girl boss in there. You had Loki, that had gender fluid in the show. You had Falcon and the Winter Soldier with identity politics, with racism and all, which that didn't damn work. Like, what are you doing? Out of all those projects, the only movies that succeeded during that time was Spider-Man No Way Home, because of nostalgia, with all the original Spider-Man villains that Tobey Maguire was introduced and Andrew Garfield came back for with their villains. And then you had Deadpool Wolverine with a lot of nostalgia and a big success. Both of those movies made over $1 billion, bro. But that's why people got tired. And then also, not only that, bro, there were articles that I've read and everybody has read on YouTube that there's been changes made in the Fantastic Four with Susan Storm, with Johnny Storm. They gender swapped at Silver Surfer and all that. And that there was going to be a change that Sue Storm was going to be the leader of the Fantastic Four. But when we came to watch the movie, it was quite the opposite, except for the gender swap Silver Surfer. Sue Storm was not the leader of the Fantastic Four. Johnny was still the womanizing person because he was trying to go after Silver Surfer, female Silver Surfer. And then there was a bit of girl boss in the end of the movie. Just a bit of girl boss moment in the end of the movie when she was facing Galactus by herself, trying to push him towards the bridge where Johnny was going to get ready to open the portal to take down Galactus. And Johnny was about to sacrifice himself, pushing Galactus into the portal to go with him. Silver Surfer bumped him off, and she became the hero to pushing Galactus away. So, but it was a good movie. It worked. It was a good movie, and I enjoyed it. Damn, dude. You guys can read this article because this article is just, it doesn't explain what I was saying and everything about it. But you can read this article about the comparisons of the movies and everything and what made what. Because in Disney, Lilo and Stitch, it made $1 billion. It made $1 billion. And it did better than both of these movies compared. Tell you, man, I mean, people got tired. That's why if only Kevin Feige would have listened to the fans during 2020 and now, if they would have listened to the fans, bro, Fantastic Four would have been a big success. Captain America Brave New World would have been a success. Thunderbolts would have been a success. All these other movies in the past would have been successful. And the shows would have been successful. But no, they didn't. They decided to go with these identity politics, woke media nonsense, bro. They decided to do that, and this is what happens. So let me show you the overall box office. So as you can see right here, Sunday it made $27 million. But total-wise, here it is. Domestically, it made $117,644,828. With $58,811. So make the total of $216,703,639. So, I mean, what a disappointment, dude. What a disappointment. But it did get to the 200 marker faster than Superman, to be honest. Because Superman, internationally, it took their time to get over, to help them get to 200 because of the fact that nobody in international hardly did not want to watch the movie Superman 2. But it finally got there, man. So, yeah. It was a big disappointment, bro. It was a very big disappointment. And right now, as you can see the result, Superman, it finally made up to 503,000. 300 million, 3 million over 500 finally. After three weekends, it finally made 500 million. But will it be enough? Will it make it up to their break-even box office? I don't know yet. Don't know. Because right now, you got movies that are coming out, which is Bad Guys 2, The Naked Gun, Nobody 2. I don't know. Those three movies alone, I don't think it's gonna do well against Superman and Fantastic Four. I don't know. So right now, Superman is doing very well against Fantastic Four, but however, Jurassic World Rebirth is at close to 720 million right now, as you can see at the moment. So Jurassic World Rebirth really is dominating right now in the summer box office so far. Out of those three movies in that month, Jurassic World Rebirth is dominated. Jurassic World dominated against Superman and Fantastic Four, man. But like I said, dude, it's terrible, bro. Terrible to see that happen, bro. I didn't think Fantastic Four will ever try to catch up to Jurassic World Rebirth, But I was hoping at least it could beat Superman, but unfortunately it didn't, bro. So like I said, dude, I mean, what a mess, bro. What a mess that Marvel's got themselves into right now. Disney Marvel is in a big mess because now it's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a while until we see another Marvel movie, man. Because right now, this year, if I'm not mistaken, Wonder Man is coming out this year in Disney Plus. It's a TV show, and then next year we're gonna have the Punisher special presentation with Daredevil Born Again season 2. And I know that Spider-Man Brand New Day is supposed to come out next year. However, is it coming out before Doomsday or after Doomsday? I believe it's going to come out before, because I heard that they're changing the script a little bit, because it was supposed to be that Doomsday was going to come out first, and then Spider-Man Brand New Day in between, and then Secret Wars. So I believe Spider-Man Brand New Day is going to come out before Doomsday, unless they go by the story, by the script, that Spider-Man will probably come out the following year alongside with Secret Wars. We shall see. We'll see. We'll see if this happens, bro. So, like I said, dude, what a terrible weekend for Fantastic Four, dude, and a terrible weekend for Marvel. So we'll see how this. I'll keep an eye on this. We'll see how this plays out, man. So, like I said, dude, I will have this article posted into the description below so you guys can read this, and I will have the box office webpage in the description below also, so you guys can look up the box office and everything. So please, by all means, share this video, post a comment below, let me know your thoughts, and as always, thank you for watching this video, thank you for being part of the channel, and I hope to see you guys until next time. Bye, everyone.